Hold on, before we get started with the Mythical Anime review here, yes, I have found a Dollywood, which is the place that takes place in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and here is the pictures of Dollywood, which I think it's the exact same as the ones in the Mythical Anime video. Looks like a great amusement park, 100% definitely a good amusement park there, which I'll probably go, like, in the next, like, I don't know, like 5 to 10 years, but anyways, guys, let's get started with this video called Miss Montgomery Gets Terminated from Her Job. And this happened way back in 2023, and it was basically the follow-up or the continued part of the video where the childish teenager gets scared of a thunderstorm. Well, the childish teenager named Alan gets scared of a thunderstorm. And then soon after, Alan is sent to the choir room. One of the students in Miss Montgomery's class calls her out on the way she handled Alan's behavior and decides to report her to Principal Wilson. How will Miss Montgomery react when she finds out she lost her teaching job? Here we go.
Today changes.
And for the next video, I'm gonna find a video about the childish teenager named Alan who is gets scared of a thunderstorm. So I'm gonna react to that video next, just so that I can get all these components, like video components together, or the scenes, whatever you guys would like to call it. But anyways, here we go.
But you need tonight. Maybe you're getting into something.
Previously, in Childish Teenager.
Oh my goodness, Alan, what is the matter with you right now?
Miss Montgomery, I'm really scared of the thunder. I thought that thunderstorms only happen in the summer, but I guess they can happen in November for some reason.
Oh, for the love of Pizza Hut, you are 16 years old, and most people your age aren't scared of thunderstorms. They are just part of life, even if they occur during odd times of the year, like this month.
Miss Montgomery, I have this condition called autism, and that's the reason I react to certain things the way I do. And I can't help it sometimes.
Still, I think you are wasting class time with your temper tantrums.
Make it stop, 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 make it stop. Yeah.
Alan, seriously, if you don't stop crying about the thunderstorm and wasting class time, then I'm going to have to send you to the quiet room.
I'm sorry, it's just that I can't help it sometimes, and I just get scared of certain sounds, and thunder is one of those sounds I am really sensitive to.
Okay, this is the actual part where the video titles said. I think she'll get I think the Principal Wilson will call on Miss Montgomery in this video, so I think she'll get fired here. Well, for sure, because it means terminated. And terminated and fired basically it's the same thing, so just to not confuse you guys with those two words. But anyways, here we go.
Now, we don't have to deal with that crybaby anymore.
That isn't very nice. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk to Miss Montgomery about the way she handled Alan.
My apologies, class. Yes, Phoebe.
Miss Montgomery, I don't like how you handled Alan's behavior.
I beg your pardon.
I said I didn't like the way you were handling Alan's meltdown.
Look, Phoebe, don't waste class time about Alan. The reason I sent him to the quiet room is because he was acting like a toddler when we were hearing the thunderstorm. This is none of your business.
I make it my business because one of my cousins has autism, and it hurt me when I saw you telling Alan that he needs to learn to act his own age, when in fact, he cannot control his emotions sometimes.
Come on, I want us to continue with our lesson.
If you don't stop wasting class time, then I will have no other choice but to send you outside. Now, enough about Alan. He isn't even in this class anymore.
Well, if you send Phoebe out of the class, I think she'll head to the principal's office like right away and talk to the principal about the situation. So I don't think that's gonna help it either. You're gonna get terminated either way.
You know what? I'm just going to the office and I'm reporting you to the principal.
Good job for standing up for Alan, Phoebe. You are such a great advocate for him, especially when he has autism, when he sometimes can't help the fact that he feels uncomfortable in certain situations, like in this example, the video of a thunderstorm causes Alan to be afraid of it. Or Alan's just afraid of thunderstorms in general. But anyways, here we are to the next scene.
This is more than a swing. This is a process, shaped by years of craft, subtle tweaks, tested and refined until your money needs the same. Let's get more from money. Huntington Bank.
Phoebe, what brings you to my office?
Mrs. Wilson, you're not going to believe what I am about to say. Just a few minutes ago, Alan was crying because of how sensitive he is to the sound of thunder. And Miss Montgomery berated him and told him he should act his own age, even though he has autism. Not only that, she just sent him to the quiet room.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. I think you need to have a serious talk with her. Trust me, because I have family members who are also autistic. And I've seen for myself what they are also having to go through.
In that case, I am going to have a talk with her during the lunch period. I do not tolerate this kind of behavior from any of our teachers. You can go back to class now.
Finally, I can just relax without having to deal with a high school student that behaves funny.
Miss Montgomery, report to the office immediately. Miss Montgomery, report to the office immediately.
Oh no, Mrs. Wilson, why do you have that angry look on your face?
Miss Montgomery, don't you play smart with me. You know why I called you here. One of your students came to my office to report what you were doing. Tell me, why did you berate Alan when he started crying when he heard thunder, and then tell him to act his own age? Answer truthfully, or you will face even more serious consequences than you are already facing.
Okay, I will tell you the truth. You see, Alan was crying in my class like a 3-year-old, and I just told him that he needs to grow up. And he is still a scaredy cat because of the thunderstorm last time, not to mention he was wasting my time. And I also told Alan that there is nothing to be afraid of, but he wouldn't listen to me, and he threw a tantrum in front of the class. Besides, autism is just an excuse for bad behavior. That's why I called him out on his behavior and sent him to the quiet room.
Well, it sounds like you don't know what autism is at this point in this video. It sounds like you don't even know like autism exists, or any of the like neurological or mental something disorder. It sounds like you don't know autism because you just said autism is an excuse. Obviously, it's not an excuse. There is such a thing as autism, so I don't think you know what autism is.
This is something to be taken very seriously. You don't criticize people just because they get afraid of something. Students with autism can have difficulty managing their emotions in certain situations, and we must treat everyone with respect. Alan doesn't deserve to be treated the way you treated him.
But I'm really sorry. I was only trying to help Alan to improve his behavior and help him understand that there is nothing to be afraid of.
Absolutely not. You're almost just like Roger and Nancy, berating a student that has autism. You're a teacher, so you need to care for your students with respect and kindness, not to criticize them with silly rules that they need to grow up. For this, I am going to make a very tough decision, but Miss Montgomery, you are officially terminated from your teaching position. Now, you are free to leave the school grounds.
No, don't make me lose my job. I love working my important job for all of my life. Please don't treat me like this. Please give me another chance.
You are terminated from your position, and that is final. Now, get out of this school, or I will get security.
Help, help, help. Somebody, please help me. This crazy principal is throwing stuff around the office, smashing the computer keyboard on the floor like Leopold Slick, and is also trying to take my personal belongings to the dump. Help, help, help.
Right, Miss Montgomery, that is enough. Now I have no choice but to get Officer Kevin to get you thrown out of this school. Stay right there, don't go anywhere.
All right, Miss Montgomery, that is enough. It's time to leave the school grounds. I did not see any of that happen. Principal Wilson called you to tell you that you have been terminated from your teaching job after you have kept on criticizing Alan for his autism, that's all. And we are getting tired of your childish Karen tantrums, so it's time to leave the school grounds. I will walk you to the parking lot, whatever car you parked in. And I don't want to hear another word from you, okay?
At least I didn't have to drop this talk so quickly since Miss Montgomery wouldn't understand how people with autism can react to certain things that cause them to get scared.
I agree with you, Miss Montgomery. That's what I exactly said, Miss Montgomery. Apparently, I don't think she knows what autism is, to be honest, though, because she just claims autism is an excuse, when in fact, it's not really an excuse. It's actually a real thing to have in reality. And yes, regardless if people have autism or not, we should treat everyone with respect equally. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and that I'm glad Miss Montgomery got terminated from her teaching position just because of how she handled Alan's behavior by sending him to the choir room. Like, just because he has autism. That's all. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna react to another video here in a minute, and I'll see y'all on my next video. So till next time, bye y'all. Hope you have a great, happy Wednesday.